I would like a fresca, please.
Beautiful. Thank you, baby.
And shit.
Thank you.
These are based on a level.
You are.
Yeah, these are going to be very low.
My fire. No one.
20, but I feel like that'd be just
Desire, believe when I say I want it that way. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake. Now number 5. Are you guys ready for the very impromptu Fallout TTRPG from the Modifius model? Big shout out to Modifius, one of our previous sponsors, not a current sponsor. They are incredible, though. Shout out to the Titan Ranch for this becoming a possibility for us. We'd love to see it. We'd love to have you guys here. I have no idea how to do this, but we're going to do it anyway. Fuck it, we ball. You guys are going to choose the names of our characters. I think it's going to be a really fun way to get you guys involved. If you guys don't know, we are working off of the Modifius model, the Fallout TTRPG, the 2D20, where a 20, which is usually a critical success in D&D, is an actual critical failure here. A nat 1 is a critical success. So let's go with Renee. Renee, do you have a character?
I want to be the Mr. Handy.
Okay, you're a robot.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Renee, the big, beautiful Renee, who beat my ass in Fallout 76, she is going to be a Mr. Handy.
Could be a Mrs. Handy.
A Mrs. Handy. I love it. A Mrs. Handy. A little bit of makeup on. So let's get a name for Mrs. Handy Renee. Let's see it in the chat. Wreck-It Handy.
Wreck-It Handy. Yes.
Wreck-It Handy. Okay. Wreck-It Handy is Renee. You're going to be a Human Brotherhood Initiate.
Yes.
Okay.
Initiate beat off.
Initiate beat off. So now we are moving over to Clint. Tell me who your character is.
So I'm going to be a super mutant.
Yes, a super mutant. We love to see it. We got Initiate beat off. We've got Wreck-It Handy. Now we have Clint, who's a super mutant. We need a name for the super mutant.
Moose! Moose works great!
Let's go with Moose.
I like Moose! I want to do Moose!
He rages out and murders people with his hands. Moose! That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 amazing players here at the table. Most of which I believe haven't played a lot of D&D. Right? Some there, none here, and a little bit over here. And your DM, the man with the mustache, 192 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, that a body that women want and men fear, folks. The first time DM, I've never done this shit before, but it's going to be fun anyway because we're going to do it for the kids!
For the kids!
I'm going to set the scene here. The overview. We are in the ruins of Memphis, Tennessee. You're a band of ragtag individuals who have been assigned to a caravan. And there are rumors in this wasteland of an old pre-war advanced medical facility. And this is based on the real-world location of the St Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. But what we didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, there is a vault below the St Jude's Research Facility and is known as Sanctuary 43. Your mission that you have been hired for is to escort and protect a vault-born child who is suffering from a life-threatening mutation. Now we're in the wasteland, we don't know what it is. Your job is to escort this child to the remains of Sanctuary 43, retrieve any medical data or anything there that might be able to help defend against those who stop you or want to take the child for their own means to an end. You don't know the name of this child. Let's say she's a scrappy 9-year-old, right? Mm-hmm. She's got all the angst that a 9-year-old would have. With a little bit of a twist, she is sick, right? She's tired. And there's going to be times where you're going to have to carry her. There's going to be times where you're going to have to keep her safe. You're in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's say that you are at your home base, right? Let's say you're out at your caravan post and you get contacted by a courier, and he has a piece of paper and he hands it to the super mutant. Now, this is a contract. The courier looks at you and says, "This is from the boss. Now, that contract gives you your mission and the critical totality of that mission. And that courier from behind shows you that he has the girl. You know from your time here in Memphis that it is a treacherous journey through the city to Sanctuary 43, this old war medical facility. What time do you guys want to leave? How do you want to get there? And what do you have in your inventory? Right? Again, rule of cool applies. You tell me what you got. Meat. Love to hear it from the super mutant Moose. Initiate beat off. What do you have in your inventory?
I will simply have 1 week of rations, a cot, and a lot of hope and valor.
I fuck with it. All right. Wreck It Handy. What do you have?
Cannot compute question. Cannot compute question.
We have no idea what Wreck It Handy has in her inventory, and that is okay because it might come in handy later. See what I did there? Got you, fuckers. What time do you guys want to step off?
Right now, let's go.
Right now. Literally right now.
Leaving.
Okay, so you guys get this contract in hand. Moose decides, Moose can't read. Brotherhood Initiate beat off is like, yo, we're leaving, and I've got a backpack. And Wreck-It Renee is like, I don't know what the fuck I got. We're stepping off. Let's save this kid. You take a look at this child, and she is wearing just tattered clothing. On this tattered clothing, there's holes and there's patches. You can see somebody has attempted to take care of her, but she is small and she is frail, right? You can't really tell the last time she's taken a shower, cleaned her hair. She looks hungry, right? And she looks up at Moose, this giant 7-8 foot tall hulking green monster. So you're gonna help
Hear the
me,
dish
huh?
is better than the initiate.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really?
Comes over to the Wreck-It Handy and just a real quick tink, 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 tink. You don't even have a heart. Okay. What about you? What's your name?
My name?
What's your name? Says the little girl.
Well, as of right now, it's unimportant.
I'm supposed to trust you people. He can't read. That doesn't have a soul. And you don't have a name?
Initiate
Mr. B.
beat off.
Stop
The little girl's going to turn around and go, his name is Beat Off?
Yeah.
You guys step off and you're heading in a direction. Now, your caravan headquarters is, let's say, 25 miles from this hospital. Okay? You guys step off in your caravan. You have a Brahmin with you, as most caravan guards do. You have your usual trade route, but you understand this trade route can be very, very dangerous. Getting to the heart of Memphis for this St. Jude's research facility is a treacherous journey. So as you are on the way to the ruins of Memphis, Tennessee, tell me about some of the interactions that we're having with Rosie. You're walking along these desolate roads. You have grass just as so thick you can't see through it. It's about 3 feet tall, and every gust of wind that rustles it makes you grip your firearms and your weapons just a little bit tighter, because you're not sure if that's a wolf, you're not sure if it's a mole rat, right? Or somebody laying prone ready to take you out. So as you're walking on these roads with your anxiety high, not knowing what you're about to walk into because you know that Memphis is dangerous, tell me about some of your interactions as a team here.
I know a lot of this is scary for you, and I know you've probably been in these wastelands more times than people would ever want to imagine. But let me take the weight off your shoulders. Hop on the steed of hope. Yes, it's a caravan ride. Take my pack, any rations that you need, and I vow to the end of my days to protect you on this voyage. It's going to be a treacherous road, danger in every blade of grass, every rock possibly contaminated with radiation. Not mooses. But I vow I will protect you.
Rosie's gonna turn to everybody else and go, does he always talk this much? All right, thanks, man. I'll get on the cow if I want to.
Just absolutely destroyed. I'm just like,
So as you guys are walking, and you've had this interaction with, initiate beat off, Rosie is still walking alongside you. She is very resolute. She does not want you to see that she's sick. She knows she's sick, but she does not want to be treated as she is sick. She is strong, right? She knows her own strength because she's been fighting this fight for a while. She's 10 years old, right? She's been doing it ever since she can remember. You guys find yourself on an overpass. As you're walking along and you're cresting the hill, Wreck-It Handy, as you would be scanning the wasteland, you notice that the highway here, the overpass, has crumbled. There is about a 7-foot gap between both sides of the road here. And if you double back, it's going to add hours to your trip. It's going to become nightfall before you make it back to where you are currently on soil. And it's too far to drop, right? You guys have to cross this. And you have to get Susie across.
Any water underneath the end?
There is no water.
So it's just a straight
It's straight drop, right? Straight drop. So, how do you guys want to handle this? Are we doubling back, or are we going to attack this?
What's
head on?
around me other than the highway? Is it just endless grass?
You have it. So on the highway, you have some broken down vehicles that ran out of coolant, overheated, and are now stuck and rusted to the highway in their own right. You have broken concrete. You have bits of rebar, and again, you have this about 7-foot gap between both sides of the road. Are we grabbing wood that may be rotted out? Because you're going to have to roll luck on that wood. If you are pushing a car 3 feet over the edge and seeing if you can jump it, and then having the super mutant do a strength check to throw a cow. I mean,
I've seen crazier things.
How are we running this? If this is your first thing that you're rolling for, this is the first thing you're actually taking on as a party. You're not getting shot at, but you do have to traverse this 7-foot gap with a very steep drop. Now, again, you can turn around and you can face the wasteland at night, or you can face the gap.
I can hover and take the child safely over the gap. You two need to figure out what you two are going to do.
I love that so much. That is a fantastic, and I'm going to give you a hope point for that. That was incredible. So Wreck-It Handy losing all hope in her party, and deciding to take it upon themselves to allow Rosie, our 10-year-old child who we are escorting across the wasteland, to sit atop of the Handy. And what you see is Rosie holding onto both of the eyeballs of Wreck-It Handy as she just slowly glides over that 7-foot gap with just nothing but confidence. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You are safely on the other side with Rosie. W in the chat for Wreck-It Handy, folks. That was incredible. Now, because we have lost all hope in the party from Wreck-It Handy, we now have the 2 dumbest but strongest individuals on the other side of this gap, with the Brahmin still needing to cross, because that Brahmin is carrying all of your equipment, and that is one of the only ways that you're going to be recognized as a caravan guard and not get attacked by most of the people on this route. So, how do you 2 big dumb lurks traverse this terrain?
Throw cow.
We're gonna need to do an intelligence check for this to see if it's possible. Moose, I'm a genius. What if we have you tear the roofs off these cars? We form a bridge, and we use our Handy to weld these car hoods together.
Okay, you know what?
Okay.
Here we go. I am going to have you roll me an intelligence check. Okay.
All right, what's my intelligence on here? I have a 7 intelligence.
Okay, we have a 7 intelligence. I'm gonna say roll me a d20. You got an 11 plus 3.
Plus 3, so 14.
Okay, so 14, and you rolled a what?
No, I rolled an 11 plus 3.
Okay, so you needed to beat.
Oh, shit. That's never a good sign.
you needed to beat a 14. So it's meet or under, right? So meet to beat. All right. So
Okay.
you have the intelligence to do this, but we need to get you to roll. Here's how the 2d20 system works. Each d20 that rolls equal to or less than is scores 1 success, and I only needed 1 success for that roll.
Okay.
Because you're a Brotherhood initiate. You have experience with welding and technology, right? You have a history of it. Now, you are a super mutant, right? And you're angry all the time. I need 2 successes from you for your strength, okay?
Okay.
So anything that meets it or is under it gives me a success. If you get a critical success, that counts as 2 successes. You roll a 1, you get a critical success. So give me 2 d20 rolls. Call it athletics. So 11. So you've got 1 success so far. Roll me another d20. You need 1 more success. And we got a success.
Let's go!
All right.
Okay.
Good job. So explain to me, Moose, how you remove these hoods, and then explain to me, Initiate Beat Off, how you weld these together. You have to get Wreck-It Handy to come back across this gap and leave.
We're going to be here all game.
Leave Rosie on the other side of this gap, because why would she bring her back across? Just to weld this together with her butt fire. Give me the exposition on how you rip off these hoods of these cars.
With my hands, rip.
Okay. So as you're
Leg.
tearing the steel roofs off of these cars. You can hear the creaking, the popping, and the absolute shear of metal on metal separating, and the rust is popping left and right. You get a little piece in your eye. Fuck! And so you get both of these off, and you walk up and you drop them. You want to weld these together, but you lack the resources. I need you to convince your party member.
Handy, I know you've successfully traversed this bridge, and you've secured the package.
Package. The child.
Could you please come back? I know that might seem a little productive, but we have some party members that are lacking the ability to fly.
Give me a roll for perception, please.
So I have 6 in perception.
Let me see your character sheet. Give me a roll of perception with speech. So that's a 9. Give me a 2d20 roll. And what you got to beat is a 9, and I need 2 successes here. Now, here's why. You are across a bridge, right? 7 foot, and our Wreck-It Handy has moved away from the gap to keep the child safe, to keep Rosie safe.
Now, I did say that I.
We got 1 success there. Roll it again for me. And another success. So 2 successes. You do successfully hear our friend here. But I am going to have you both roll a d20, and you're going to roll it first. You have to beat a 17. You got to get.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second here.
You have to get 17 or lower for a success. And if you get a 1, that's a critical success, you get a hope point. Now remember, you still have a hope point to spend. So, give me a roll. Okay, that's a 6. You beat that.
Wait,
it's below a 17. That's what the
okay,
name of the game,
backwards.
right? Meet it or below. So, you do actually convince. This is for this conversation. You do come back across. So explain to me how this works.
Rosie, eventually we will need these guys. I'm sorry, but I need you to hop back on my back, and I am going to take you with me back across so we can get these assholes to come with us.
So Rosie is going to look up at the Wreck-It Handy, Mrs. Handy, as she lowers herself for the 10-year-old child to climb onto. And as she's climbing onto Wreck-It Handy, stepping just outside of the blade on her arm, just to climb up, she's going, this is fucking ridiculous. We just got over here. And she's going to sit atop the Wreck-It Handy again.
Rosie, you will learn that men do not think things through, and we will have to help them the entire way.
Beautiful. All right, so you guys make your way across, and you now have the tools at your disposal. You've already rolled for this. You know how to do this. Explain to me how you utilize the butt fire from the Wreck-It Handy to create a makeshift bridge with this steel.
As I adjust you over the hoods that have just been essentially put over, and you're going to burn the metal directly at where they connect. And hopefully, with this happening out correctly, it should conjoin the metal pieces, creating something greater than 7 feet.
Initiate. Beat off. Please don't assume that the robot does not know how to weld. You don't have to mansplain things to her. Thank you.
As you lay this makeshift bridge across, you have to use the strongest member of your party, who's going to stand it up. He's going to lower it slowly across that bridge. But as we know, mechanically, the lower it goes, the heavier it is. He's still trying to boom on the other side, and it bows slightly. But with your successful roll, it does hold. Wreck-It Handy is going to, again, just for safety, get Rosie on top and glide across, just so that we know she makes it across. Now, you're going to go across, but then the heaviest motherfucker on your party has got to make it across, so he needs to go last. So, I need you to go across, and then I need you to roll me an agility check. I need 2 successes from you on this. What was your first roll?
18.
18. Oh no. Okay, you're gonna have to buy an action point. You're gonna have to buy a dice. You have to burn this.
Okay. 7.
You need to beat a 6.
Can I use a hope point? You gave me one, right?
I did give you a hope point, and I gave you one too. So you guys had 3 action points in total as you started, for a total of 3 additional ones, I believe. So you do have some to spend here. You can buy up to 3 more d20s by spending action points. So you did have 3 on the table. You guys each have 1 to burn. I'm going to call those your hope points here. So you have a few more to spend here. Are you going to spend your action points for the party?
Moo's not heavy. Moo's just built with extra smash potential. I don't want to spend the points.
Okay, he doesn't want to spend the points. I'm going to give you another chance here.
Okay.
You look at this, and Moose is just, he's dumb, but he's not stupid. He looks at this flimsy metal that the humans, puny humans, can make it across. But there's absolutely no way, he knows in his mind, there's no way this holds his body. So essentially, all you've done is save yourself. Good job. I need a strength plus agility check from you, because you're going to jump. We're going to call that a success. So, explain to me how Moose jumps over this gap.
Moose no walk on tiny bridge. Moose, jump.
Okay? So as Moose realizes there's no fucking chance this bridge holds him, he's going to take a small step back, and he's going to warm up. He's going to go, Moose! As he sprints, just lumbering. And he takes that leap of faith, leading with his left leg, hits his chest, still pulls himself up. Moose jump. Moose made it. Let's go, Moose. All right. This team worked together to a degree, and we made it across the highway. And we are going in to scene number 2. You see radiation storms off to the east. You can see the giant gas clouds, the green glow of a storm just outside of Memphis. But that's not where we're going, folks. We are going dead ahead. 12 o'clock. We are on the road that is leading us into the wasteland of Memphis. And we know how treacherous and dangerous this is, ladies and gentlemen, because this is urban warfare and war. War never changes. So, you're moving into city streets, and the buildings are getting taller, and you begin to see more vehicles and more boarded up buildings, desolate buildings, and you hear cans rattle as you walk, right? So in front of you, you see a large open city street, right? Think 4 lanes across, major intersections, as far as you can see down. And you see old trolley cars, as we are in Memphis, vehicles that have been abandoned, doors open, trunks ajar from being looted. You know, Wreck-It Handy has been keeping track of time, and we've got about 3 hours before that sun goes down. And you do not want to be caught outside in the wasteland, especially in a city. How does the party handle it? Where are we going? What are we doing?
City feel watchy. Moose no like tall buildings. They got shadowy eyes. Wind say go fast. Moose say go quiet. But we need to move.
You guys begin to make your way through this city street. How are you moving? Are we just lumbering? Who's going first? How are we handling this movement?
I'm sorry, Initiate Beat Off. But I think you should be the first in the party to lead us through, and then it will be me and Rosie, followed by the super mutant.
With all of the exposition that we've had between our Brotherhood Initiate and our very, very independent Wreck-It Handy, all of the
Fuck about my feelings.
all of the mansplaining and sexism, and she's decided to completely lean into his bravado-isms and his mansplaining and decide to allow him to feel like the big man that he is and gaslight him into becoming the first of the party moving forward. So as we walk, it is going to be the Brotherhood Initiate. It is going to be Wreck-It Handy with Rosie. Then it is going to be the Brahmin, and leading the rear of the charge, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our very own super mutant Moose. We've got the Brotherhood Initiate, who is going first. Initiate Beat Off, who is just doing fucking barrel rolls and like sliding up against cars and checking around corners, and he's giving it way too serious vibes. While you see Wreck-It Handy just slowly gliding with Rosie next to her, holding on to her torch hand, just walking. The Brahmin following closely behind, bumping into these cars as this big dumb fucking cow runs into stuff. And then we've got our super mutant behind. And as a good super mutant would, as a good rearward security, every 6 paces, he's checking his surroundings with his fucking hammer in hand.
Oh, I love
Hammer! As you guys are walking, you get about a quarter mile into this roadway, and again, the buildings are tall. Most of the windows are boarded up. Some of them are even burnt to a crisp. And as you move deeper and deeper into the city street, it is more and more dense. And you get to a point where some of these cars are very, very hard to traverse. There's a couple of instances where Moose has to shoulder a car or two out of the way. You guys have ended up making a lot of noise here. And off in the distance, from a very high point of cars stacked atop each other, you hear, "Hey!" And you all turn to look, and you look up, and you see a ranger rifled in. Aim down scope. Who's taking point?
I instantly get in front of everybody as a shield.
Okay. The 5'4" Brotherhood initiate with a heart of steel jumps in front of everybody. So like a man jumping on a grenade with zero before or after thought, he is pushed out of the way with our super mutant who pushes him over and stands there. And I'm going to have our smartest individual definitely address this ranger who has got you guys glinted in a sniper scope. You have no cover. He has high ground. How do you proceed?
I would like to initiate a conversation with him.
Great. Let's do that. Give me a charisma plus a speech check, and I'm going to need one success. That is one success. We have a success. Okay, how do you initiate this conversation?
Please don't shoot.
That's a pretty good way to initiate the conversation.
That's a great way to start. Okay.
Please don't shoot. We have a sick child. We are just trying to get the child past the city. Can you help?
So as this ranger has ADS'd, he's been here before. He's been taken advantage of. He's going to stop. He's not going to move his rifle off of you, but he is going to raise his head. He's going to say, "You got a kid?"
There is a kid right here, as you can see, and we are just worried about the child and the child's health. Please help us.
This ranger is going to move his rifle so he can see Rosie, but his hand does come off that trigger. Seeing Rosie frail, tattered clothing, he's going to say, "What's wrong with her?
She's sick!
You trying to get through the city?"
We are trying to get through the city as fast as possible. We could use your help.
"Where are you going?"
We are going to Sanctuary 43.
He's gonna scoff. He's gonna take his gun down. "You guys don't need me to kill you. You're stupid enough to die on your own." He's gonna start climbing down. You guys want to make it to Sanctuary 43?
Yes.
That's on the other side of the city. Have you been through the city before?
We have not navigated this area before.
Let's get a name for the ranger in the chat, folks.
Yeah, let's pick a name.
You know what? Let's go with, I like Ranger Casius. Let's go with Ranger Casius. Okay? That's very Fallout. So, Ranger Casius, he takes stock of himself, right? He's been in this wasteland for quite some time. He's going to look down at Rosie, and Rosie looks up at him in a moment of fear as she just had a firearm pointed at her with zero hope to survive that encounter. But with all of the trust that she's placed in this party, and especially into Wreck-It Handy, you got her out of danger in that very moment. She's going to tighten that grip on you as that ranger looks down at her, and that is going to push Ranger Casius to agree to help you. Okay, he's inspired by the strength of this child. What he's going to do, he's going to say, "Okay, I can get you there. But you're fucking dumb, and you're loud, and you're leaving the cow."
Gotta eat cow.
The sun is going down. Okay, you guys have made it to an impasse. You have convinced Ranger Casius to help you. You have to leave behind your Brahmin. The sun is setting. You notice behind you that the sun is going down. And again, when the stars come out, so does the danger. This ranger's going to help you. Do you accept his help?
I have full trust in this.
So you accept the help from Ranger Casius.
Ranger Casius, we would appreciate your help. Moose, I need you to grab all the stuff that we would need, stim packs, water, and supplies, and put them on your back, please.
Moose is going to take everything off of this Brahmin and makeshift a small pack large pack where he's carrying everything that this Brahmin carried. He is now a bipedal Brahmin, but that does take a -2 to your athletics while you are carrying these things. Ranger Casius is going to overhear Wreck-It Handy talk about the sun going down. He's going to say, oh, the sun is going down, but we're not going to be outside. He's going to say, you guys come with me. And as you guys turn the corner to the right of the direction you were heading, Casius is going to move a shopping cart out of the way and then pull a piece of cloth and open up a manhole. There are tunnels under this city, and I know how to get through them. I can get you there. You guys got to get in the hole. As you look down this hole, it is dark, right? But Ranger Casius has been down here multiple times. It's how he traverses the city, right? So he knows that it is safe immediately at the bottom, okay? So you guys are going down this hole, and there is a ladder, so you don't need to do anything crazy here. As you get to the bottom, and Rosie is safely 2 feet on the ground in this tunnel, you will see this ranger turn on the light on his Pip-Boy.
I didn't notice this before, Casius. Were you a vault roller?
Somebody was. As you guys are traversing this underground tunneling system beneath Memphis, Casius knows the way, right? He's getting you guys through here. There's water about ankle height, right? There's definitely rats down there. Some of these rats are the size of fucking dogs. Rad rats. They're gross. They're huge. Most of them are more afraid of you than you are of them, but not the 2 mole rats that you come across as you are traversing down here. We have already established that our super mutant has a giant hammer. We've got Wreck-It Renee with all of the awesome adornment weapons that she will have on her.
I have a pincer, a buzzsaw, a flamer, and a baseball bat.
Okay, and then we've got our Brotherhood Initiate that has at least 1 firearm.
10mm pistol.
10mm pistol. Okay, you are going to attack these rats first.
Stand back, civilians. I got this. And I pull out my 10mm pistol, and I aim directly at the first closest mole rat. Is it mole rat or mole?
Yeah,
mole rat. As I possibly can, and I take aim.
Perception being 6 and your small guns being 8, I need you to roll 2d20, and you need 1 success here, so anything below an 8.
Anything below an 8. Let's go. A 2.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. As Initiate Beat Off jumps in front of everybody, as he has been doing the whole game, going, stand back! He has had some medical training, or not medical training, but I apologize, military training, so he pulls out his pistol and one-handedly, pop, hits one of these mole rats right between the eyes, and as surprised as everybody else in the party, no one is more surprised than Initiate Beat Off when when he pulls the trigger and he makes contact and he just explodes the head of this mole rat with a... He looks at his pistol like, what the fuck? And now it is going to be Wreck-It Renee. How are you dispatching of the second mole rat? Now remind yourself that you have Rosie attached to your hip. She is afraid of these gigantic roaches. Not roaches, I apologize, mole rats. So she doesn't want to let go of you.
I'm going to use my buzzsaw.
Okay. Yeah, great. Perfect.
Go.
Okay. This is your first time ever playing a TTRPG. You were doing incredible. So I want you to tell me how you absolutely just fuck up this mole rat.
The fucking mole rat is dead. Let's move on.
It's so tactical.
So as the buzzsaw is tearing through the mole rat, just tearing away chunks of skin and just spreading blood on the walls of this tunnel, and you hear you see Wreck-It Renee turn around slowly, go, can we fucking move on?
Moose no hit. Moose no smash. Moose no splat. This not fight. This tease.
Fucking got it.
Moose, just eat the rat and shut up.
Fine.
So Moose is upset that he has not been able to smash anything. So Moose is going to walk up with his hammer and go, and hit one of the rats just because he wanted to. He makes an extra mess and he starts to eat one of the mole rats. Ranger Casius, who was at the bottom of the roll for initiative here, very under his breath, but still through his helmet, is going to go, Jesus Christ. He's going to walk past our giant super mutant who is knelt down, just chowing down on this bundle of fur and blood and meat, and tap him on the shoulder and go, let's get out of here, big guy. So as you guys get to the end of our underground tunnel excursion, Ranger Casius brings you to a ladder to get to the surface. Now, Casius knows that we are directly under what you guys have been looking for this entire time, which is the St. Jude's medical facility in Memphis, Tennessee. It's the remains of such that is Sanctuary 43. Ranger Casius turns to all of you with his Pip-Boy on so we can all see in the green hue of the cobblestone tunnel under the streets and the ruins of Memphis, Tennessee. You see a little bit of green glinting off of the water, a little bit of blood on some of your faces, definitely blood on you. He's going to turn to you guys and say, all right, this is where you guys have been looking for. This is the hospital, right? Now, they call it Sanctuary 43, but there's no sanctuary up there. I have been here in a long time. The last time I was here, I almost didn't make it out. So, I'm going up first. As soon as I give you the all clear, you guys come up with me. Ranger Casius is going to climb up. He's going to open this hatch as slowly as he can, getting his head just above eye level where he can see out, and it's clear. He continues out, gets up top, and immediately gets behind a sandbag bank, and it's quiet. He's very confused. He's going to crawl back over very quietly and go, let's go. Who's going up first?
Moose go first. Moose always go first.
Moose, big lumbering idiot.
Unless you want Moose go last, then Moose also go last. Moose is flexible.
Due to my calculations, we are sending Moose up first, just in case he needs to be a bullet shield for the child.
You guys climb up. It is going to be Moose first. Moose comes up, and then it's going to be Wreck-It Renee, and then it is going to be our Brotherhood Initiate. As you guys get to the top of this ladder, you see exactly what Ranger Casius has seen. It is quiet. It is dark, and we still have the glow of the Pip-Boy. So everything is a hue of green, but there's small batches of fire everywhere. This fire, somebody's had to have set it. And as you look closer, you see fresh blood on the ground. You see fingers and an arm, right? And you see a turret gun that's recently been exploded. You still see the sizzling from the circuitry. Ranger Casius turns to you and says, something happened here. And recently. Doors are shut to this facility. As you look around you, it is nothing but tall buildings. The gate behind you is locked. From your side, you can't hear anything. You're in a courtyard. And everything around you is dead. And it's quiet. Too quiet. How do you proceed?
Is there any weapons laying on the ground on some of these dead bodies?
You know what? Give me a roll. Perception and survival for looting.
First one's a 2. That's definitely a success.
That's a success. As you walk up to loot some of these bodies and some of these little piles of shit and blood that you see, you sifting through and you're like, there's nothing here. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Hey, robot lady. You got flashlight mode?
Mr. Handies do have the ability to turn on their little headlights.
Of course, I have light. Let me turn that on for you. Please, can you hold the child for me, Moose?
Rosie's gonna let go of you and look up at Moose like, but he fucking stinks.
Just plug your nose. This will only take a second.
Rosie's going to plug her nose and go and grab Moose's hand.
Mind you, he's still covered in
Covered in blood.
covered in mold.
As Wreck-It Handy blinks a couple times and turns on the headlights from her eyes, she is going to begin to scan this building, and she sees the front door slightly ajar. Now that's the way into the building. We don't know what's waiting on the other side. How do you proceed?
We go forward.
Rosie, get on my neck.
Okay, so Rosie's holding on to the giant boils and disgusting amalgamations on your super mutant head. One of them is an ear, but it's way out in the front. So she's just holding on like, what the fuck do I... Wreck-It Renee is going to go in first.
Yeah.
Okay. Followed by our Brotherhood Initiate, and then followed by the man or the mutant with the girl. As you guys creak open this door. Now, do you want to creak open the door? Or are you going in quiet or are you going in loud?
Quiet. Yeah.
Going in quiet. So we're going quiet. And Wreck-It Renee slowly just drifts. Pushing the door open. You're looking in and you see a hospital hallway, and there are lights dangling. A light in the back flickering. You see blood smeared as if a body has been pulled into a room. But again, it's quiet. Elevator at the end of the hall is opening and closing. How would you like to proceed with your party?
Initiate, Beta. I need you. Because I don't want to do it. I need you to check out and scan the room through the door where the blood is going. We will sit back and wait for what happens.
This where Ghost lives. Moose knows Ghost House when Moose sees one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have found out that our super mutant believes in ghosts and is terrified of them. I love that.
I have no problem surveilling the area. I'll come back with proper reconnaissance.
As you walk into this room with the blood trail leading into it, a knees bent, weapon at the ready in a high ready position, you pry this room open and you see a body laying on the ground with a knife in its chest. But not just that, its face, a bloody mess. It looks like somebody lost their mind while attacking this person, right? And they took their time with it. So you're going to turn around, you walk out of that room, almost thankful that you didn't have to run into whatever did that.
Yes.
And you're going to turn to your team and shake your head.
Definitely an initiate needs no brag.
Not going in there, right? Now, Ranger Casius is going to turn to you guys and say, I think I know what happened. There's raiders here. And at that time, you're going to hear a loud bang from what sounds like it's down the hall towards the elevators that are opening and closing with the lights flickering around them. But it's not there. It's definitely a couple of floors below that elevator shaft. But that's also where you need to go. So, Ranger Casius is going to turn to you and say, yeah, they're here for the same reason we are. They're here for the drugs. Okay, how do you proceed? Give me the smartest person.
Because I make the least amount of noise, I feel safest going forward in this situation while you guys protect the child. But Moose, I need you to pry open this elevator door so I can go down the elevator shaft.
Moose pulls these doors apart. Wreck-It Handy gets into the elevator shaft and slowly lowers herself down. There is the echoing of the jet propulsion system on the Mr. Handy echoing in this elevator shaft, rattling the doors that they cross. Definitely not a quiet movement. You get down to the floor that the elevator is currently at. It is at the bottom of the elevator shaft. Half of it is at the very bottom, and you have half that is on the final floor, so you can fit through this gap. It's about a 4-foot gap. And as you lower yourself down, you can scan this floor. Give me a perception plus a survival. Give me 2d20 to beat an 8. 13, roll again. You have one more. 4. Would you like to burn an action point to get your second success?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to let you burn one of your hope points because you had a hope point. Perfect. 2 successes. It's what you needed. So, as you scan this room, nobody else can see this, but you have your artificial intelligence built in to your operating systems. And so you scan this room, and as this scans through, you see this green hue. Just ping, 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 ping. You have 7 raiders down here.
It's a lot of raider.
Now, you don't know what they're carrying, but you know that you are outnumbered. What are you doing with this information?
I'm gonna go back up.
We're going back up. Roll me agility plus sneak, which you have nothing for. So anything below a 5. And roll me a 2d20. We're going to call that a success. Fantastic. So you get through this. You are rattled by how many people are downstairs, but that does not rattle your constitution to keep this child safe. As you get back up this elevator shaft, you know that you are making noise and you are conscious of it. You are worried about it. So as you begin to, when you hear the echoing, you slow down a little bit. You slow down. You get to the top and you come off of the elevator and you tell your crew, you tell your team, you tell your ragtag band of heroes what you have downstairs. You let them know.
Beat off. Moose, we are fucked. There are 7 raiders downstairs. They are taking all the drugs that we need to heal this child. Casius, we need your help in this situation as well. What are we gonna do, guys?
Ranger Casius and say, look, that kid needs help, that's why I'm here. You asked me to be here, I got you here. Now I can walk away, but you're not going to win that fight. There's 7 of them, but there's 4 of us. I'm going downstairs, and you can come with me. Or you can leave.
Moose smash!
Moose smash, okay. We're heading downstairs. I'm going to have Ranger Casius head downstairs first. There's the emergency fire staircase. So we find that with the glow and the hue of the red exit sign. And Ranger Casius, knowing how important it is for the element of surprise, is going to shut off the light from his Pip-Boy. And as he walks down this staircase, very carefully taking each step because he can't see anything, right? He's going to feel around with his foot to make sure that next step is safe. Everybody rolled for your agility and your sneak. Did you pass? We did not pass. We have 1 fail. We have 1 success. Now, this is really cool about the Fallout TTRPG system. I needed 3 successes overall for the party, but I haven't rolled yet as Casius. Ranger Casius has to roll, and that is a success. Okay, so we needed 3 successes as a party. We have 3 successes. We successfully get through the stairwell. We are now on the same floor as these 7 raiders. We have the element of surprise, ladies and gentlemen. They do not know that we are here. We have our ranger, and then we have our super mutant. We have Wreck-It, and we have pulling up the rear security is our Brotherhood initiative. So as we make our way into the small corridor down here, you can hear the jumbling of items being tossed around, and you hear off in one of these rooms 2 guys arguing like, that's not how you open that, you fucking idiot. Like, move! And they start to rustle each other around. We have an opportunity here. Now, these raiders have ravaged people up top. I'm going to let Renee, as the first TTRPG she's ever played, decide how we proceed here. How do we move? How do we take this on?
You said there were only 2 in this
There are
first
2
room.
in that room.
And then I scanned as my handy self that there's 7
There are
total
7.
on the floor. But in this room, there's only 2. And they're fighting.
They are arguing. Yes, they're ruffling each other up. Now, remember, you don't have to fight everything.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you disarm, disband, dispatch? Do you want to go in there and attack? Do you want to cut them off somehow? How do you want to handle this?
And this is in this room. Is there only one entryway to get?
Correct.
into
It is
the
like a little office space, like a little closet.
Okay. I think maybe we should lock them from the outside, block them into the room.
Okay, absolutely. I love that idea. So let's roll for agility and give me a sneak because we are sneaking. Agility plus sneak.
My character's horrible for that.
That's okay.
You can always ask somebody else to do it.
Yeah, can we have
Absolutely.
somebody else
Okay,
do it?
ask your party who has a higher sneak.
Oh, that would be this guy.
Maybe. Sneak, I have a 1.
Okay, what about your
Not
agility?
awesome. Okay, so Ranger Casius has been known to be quite sneaky, right? He's the one that got you here. So Ranger Casius is going to, you're going to ask him, hey, let's lock him in there. Ranger Casius is going to be like, I got a tin can. He's going to scoot right past you, and he's back against the wall. His eyes are down the hallway at the T, and he's looking, and he's trying to make sure he can't be seen. And these guys are fighting back turned as he peeks in, and he's going to reach in and grab that doorknob, and he's going to slowly shut that door, right? Now, we have 2 options here. Ranger Casius doesn't have keys to this place, and he doesn't know how to pick locks. But what he does have is a rifle. So I'm going to do a strength check. I'm going to burn my hope point. Ranger Casius takes the butt of his rifle as he closes this door very quietly, and he smashes the doorknob right off. And you hear the two men inside go, "Hey, Dave, what the fuck?" And they go and they're trying to open the door, but they just can't. And they're screaming and they're banging on the door. "Let us the fuck out!" Now we got to go loud.
We've alerted.
We've alerted the other raiders on this floor. You hear a billowing voice from across the left of the hallway go, "Brian!" Now Ranger Casius is the closest here. So, I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Let's do it.
Give me a D20, folks. A 3 and an 8. You are first. You are second. You are next. I am last as Ranger Casius. As you hear this, hey, you have an opportunity here to preemptively cut off this entry point to this T of the hallway. Okay? At the end of this hallway, this T that you're looking at is the double set of doors, and above that it says half of a word. Farm. P-H-A-R-M. We do not want to cut off that entire door, but we do want to make sure that we're going to win this fight. So how do you proceed? Wreck it. Handy.
I look down the hallway. There's one room that says pharmacy. Are there any other rooms?
It is a T hallway that goes off in both sides. The voice that you heard is off and to the left.
And then the pharmacy is
Immediately at the end of the hallway.
immediately at the end.
That is the double set of doors.
I'm gonna go balls to the wall and check it out.
Balls to the wall, check it out. Okay, so you're going to rush the corner. Okay, so as you fire your jet propulsion on the bottom of your little bulbous metal body, you are moving towards the corner, and as you round the corner, so does the raider who heard all the commotion and runs right into you. You ask this guy. He is now on his back. Okay? This guy does not have an opportunity to get the drop on you. You just got the drop on him. He's on his back. How do you attack this guy?
I'm gonna use my flamer.
Oh, I love it. This guy's on his back, and you're just going to roll over him
And
with
I'm gonna roast him.
I love him. You're roasting the guy. Okay, perfect. Jesus Christ. Let's go. We got one success. So as Wreck-It Handy knocks this guy on his ass, he goes, ping, fuck, and hits the ground, and you roll over him, right? From just nuts to chin.
Smells like bacon. Let's keep moving forward.
So as you get to this guy's face, he's screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And you just bear down, just engaging your vagal nerve and just absolutely roasting this guy's face. And his screams turn into a whimper, turn into silence. And you know what? You just fucking roasted a guy. You're down from 7 immediately now to 4. You have cut off 2 and you have killed 1. So we have 4 bad guys now.
Roast Raider, my favorite. So I'm gonna take a bite of that first.
Big dumb eater, dude.
It's good. And then we gotta find the other 2.
3.
3.
So Moose is going to hand off our kiddo that we are trying to rescue here, Rosie, to our Wreck-It Handy, and you are going to run towards the door as just hard as you can, just screaming, "Moose!" And as you're going to shoulder that door open. Okay? You're going to shoulder that door open. And that door opens with so much ease. You had 0. You just could have opened it right up.
Oh, fuck.
And you crash through this door. And as soon as that door opens, it opens into a very large room. Looks sort of like this, but there are medicine cabinets everywhere. And immediately as this door opens, there are 2 individuals in the back of the room rummaging and digging through boxes and through crates and through our medicine cabinets. But there is one guy who had his rifle trained on that door. And the moment that you bust through it, pow, he fires. A 5.56 round tears through this shoulder. And you spin, and you are against a pillar inside of this room now. You have taken damage, my friend. So I am going to do a combat roll and a hit location, which we knew was the shoulder. So you took 2 points of damage. So now it is on to our Brotherhood Initiate.
So as Moose smashes through the door, I only saw the flash of the firearm. I would like to take my pistol out, noticing that Moosey got off to the side, out of the way, and I'd like to take aim at where the sight of the flash. Actually, DM, can I see the silhouette of this person?
It's completely lit in this pharmacy.
Okay, then yeah, I would like to light into this guy as many times as you allow me to.
Okay, so I need you to roll me a perception plus small guns, and I need 2 successes.
Roll a 4.
That's a success. Roll it again.
Nat 1. Crit.
Nat 1.
Let's
All
go!
right. Hey, Nat 1 here is a critical success, ladies and gentlemen. That is an action point generated for the pot. You get one. You have 2 extra dice to burn now, and I have a calamity point that I can burn to make shit real bad for you. You see Moose take a round to the shoulder, right? And all your training, you knew he was about to bust through that door. You were in the Soul position anyway. The moment that he busts through that door and he catches around to the shoulder, and you hear him go, "Fuck!" And he's now against a pillar with his hammer in hand. He's taking off his backpack because it's hammer time. You're gonna push out and you're gonna fire. I need you to roll me a location dice, and
which one's the location dice?
Left. Give me a left and a right. All right. You hit the torso 2 times of the guy that is ADS. Now you got a critical success, so you are going to keyhole this motherfucker in the sternum. All right. So all of your training, and we've seen your marksmanship, and you know what? You may have been surprised the first time, but that built your confidence because you are resolute and standing your ground and in your workspace, and you double tap this dude in the sternum. That guy's health is knocked down, and he is hurting. You hear him get hit 1 time, and then you hear nothing but squelching after, and he drops his rifle. He is now unarmed, and he scurries behind a pillar, catty corner of our friend here. Wreck It Handy.
So 1 is down and there's 2 more still in there.
One is damaged.
One is
and
damaged.
is unarmed.
And
the other 2 are still rummaging through cabinets. As they heard the gunfire, one of them turned around and is looking for his gun because they didn't think that they were going to make it here. They lost people outside. They barely made it in here. So he put his gun down and is rummaging through things. He doesn't know where his shit is. You have the child.
I have the child, yeah, so I can't, I'm not going in there.
Okay.
I'm not going in there with the child. I need these 2 to handle this situation.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Either get the weapons or get rid of these people.
Is there anything that you have in your inventory that could help your party?
Can I give them a weapon?
Do you have any medicine?
My arm hurts here.
Yeah, hold on.
You know what? You can give them a weapon.
Because I have a baseball bat.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. Just for the sake of the game, and I think it's a really cool idea, I'm going to allow you to detach your buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay.
Detach that buzzsaw and toss it to our super mutant friend because he lost his capacity to use his 2-handed weapon. But he can utilize this one.
All right, I'm gonna give Moose my buzzsaw.
So as you slide Moose your buzzsaw, he's going to pick that up and in hand, and you are going to unass that area so that you can keep Rosie safe. It is now my turn as Ranger Casius. Ranger Casius has Molotovs in his inventory. However, he knows that if he throws a Molotov in there, he can potentially damage and hurt his friends as well as damage all the drugs in that room. So he cannot do that. So he is going to gun up with his rifle that he had trained on you just hours before in the city streets of Memphis, before he decided to help you. And he's going to take a shot. Now I'm going to roll, and I'm going to roll again. And that is a success. So we are going to hit location on the face of the gentleman, well, back of the head of the guy who's rummaging through cabinets. There's one guy who's trying to look for his gun. He doesn't know where it is, and he's like, oh, shit. But the guy who's rummaging through things, he's frantically looking at stuff and going through cabinets, but he's not paying attention. And he's not really moving that much. So here comes Casius, rifles up, and he leans against the wall. Pop! Just touches the back of this guy's head, and it just lights out. I mean, lights out. That guy's gone. We've now dispatched of an additional person, and his body goes into the cabinet, and he slumps over, and that is 1 down. Cassius is going to move into the room and take up real estate, and he's going to pull out his knife because he doesn't have time to reload his rifle. Now it is time for the Raiders to take turn So we have 2 raiders in here. One is unarmed. One is still trying to find his firearm, but instead of picking up his firearm, he is going to pick up a weapon of opportunity. He now has a blade of glass in his hand that was broken from our guy getting shot in the head and falling into the cabinet. So he picks up a blade of glass. Our initial raider, who is unarmed, knows he is outnumbered. He is going to try to run, right? He's been shot in the chest twice, but he can't run far. He is running slowly. So I'm going to roll for that raider. And he rolls a 3, so that's pretty good. So that raider is going to roll. He rolls pretty well, so he's going to turn that corner, and he's going to get to the about middle of the room, and that's all the movement speed that he has. The second raider is going to run towards his friend to try to help him, to get him out of there. And he's going to roll a 14. So he turns around and he trips.
He's fucking frantic.
That guy sucks. He is terrified. So let's... But I'm going to allow this guy to try to make up for something. He wants to cause damage to somebody. He sees Casius. And when he trips, he falls over and he finds his gun. It's his pipe pistol. He's going to pick it up and he's going to fire it at Casius. And he's going to roll here. And that is a critical success against Casius.
No.
That sucks.
No, not our
that
boy.
sucks. Casius, oh man. We have, oh God. Okay. Casius gets shot in the torso, but it is only 1 damage, thankfully, because Casius is adorned with the Ranger, NCR Ranger armor. Casius did have knife in hand. He's going to get hit in the chest. It is going to not only hit him square in the chest, but it's going to knock him on his ass. And Casius is down for the next 2 rolls. Ooh. Okay, we are now at the top of our fight with our super mutant. As you're against this beam and you've taken off the pack, and in your right hand you now have the buzzsaw that has been detached from our Mrs. Handy. You now have seen Casius off over your left side get shot in the chest, and he is down in the middle of the room, and he is unconscious.
Mm-hmm. And the person who shot him is
still prone, but he has shot from the prone, trying to help his buddy out of here.
And ballpark, how far away is he?
About 6 feet.
About 6 feet. Oh, okay.
Dude, I don't like that. I'm gonna shove this buzz blade up your.
Never mind. For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
So I'm gonna try and legitimately shove this up his pooper.
Let's go. Okay, give me a roll for that. We're gonna roll strength. Fuck it, just a raw strength. Let's go. All right, now
take it.
Give me a damage dice, not a location. You already chose a location. Is this the guy that shot Casius that you're going after, or the guy that got shot in the chest? Okay, so the guy that shot Casius, you're going to walk up to him, and he has an opportunity attack, right? So as you're walking up to him, you're lumbering, you're angry. Here comes Moose. Yeah, exactly. So you are already injured. He's going to fire twice at you. He misses both. He is terrified of this giant green fucker with a buzzsaw coming at him. He just shot the guy. He just landed a shot, but out of nowhere comes this hulking green bastard, and he misses both of his shots. His gun jams, and here comes Moose. Right hand, overhand, right over his back. Right into the crack of his ass, folks. Now, when that happens, he is trying to get his buddy off the ground when he notices that you are there. And so when you swing through this guy, you swing through the other one.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's a 2-for-1. That's
It's a 2-for-1 special.
2-for-1 special.
Now, you have successfully dispatched of the final 2 in this room. Those guys are fucking dead now. As you remove this buzzsaw from this guy's back and ass, you hear Wreck-It Handy from the hallway go, "Guys!" as she comes into that room, and behind her are the 2 gentlemen who broke out of the room before. You did not expect these people to come back at you. So we are now in the room, all of us. The only way out, there are 2 people there. Before Wreck-It, Renee called out, our Brotherhood Initiate and our injured super mutant finally took stock of what was inside this room, what they were going after. And there were drugs, right? There was chemotherapy. There were anti-nausea medications. Teddy bears. There were boxes in here that were full of bubbles, and they were full of toys, and they were full of games. They started to put these things towards the door. And the moment that they get those things there, that's when we hear Wreck-It Renee scream out, "Guys!" And she runs in. And there are 2 people who are coming into the room after. Everybody in the room is caught by surprise except for Renee because she saw these guys coming. Right? Renee has the child. These guys are going to run into the room, and you have everything stacked up by the door. You guys have what you came for, but something stands in the way. Ranger Casius is still unconscious for this next round. He is still down. You just went. Mm-hmm. It is now our Brotherhood initiate. Okay, so you're just going to start firing rounds.
Yes, I'm gonna basically close the distance, and as I'm moving closer to the target, I want to be shooting into him.
Okay, give me a roll. Okay, so anything under an 8 is a success here.
That's bad.
That is bad. Give me another roll. Also bad. Okay. So you go to fire at this guy and your gun jams, right? So as you are running in and you are firing at this dude, you have closed the distance, but not only have you closed the distance between, for your accuracy, but you've always closed the distance for yourself. The Ranger is now, he's still on the ground. And so you step over Ranger Casius, but your gun jams. As they come in and your gun jams, that strengthens their resolve.
Am I allowed to take
knife?
Secondary action?
Right. Nope. You get one. You're a level 1. You get stabbed right in the gut. So you're going to take 2 damage. So it's back up to Wreck-It. Handy. How are you going to handle this?
Got a child with you.
You have a child with you.
You're also an arm down.
I'm an arm down.
I have your buzz blade.
You have my buzz blade. I'm a child down. I do have fire crotch, which worked very well before.
It was very good.
Is there some place in the room for me to safely hide Rosie?
There is a corner that you can keep her in and stand in front of her.
I am going to put baby in the corner.
Baby is now in the corner. Okay, and you are standing there keeping her safe.
And I am going to use my flamethrower again.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception and an explosives check.
Perception 6, nothing for explosives.
Anything under a 6, and I need... man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I need 3 successes here.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, critical fail. Oh!
What are the odds? A double! Oh my god! Again?
Ladies and gentlemen,
That is. What are the odds?
ladies and gentlemen, that is a double 20. It's a double 20. That's not great. As Wreck-It Handy goes to utilize her flamethrower, she pulls it out, and you're going to go, "Not today, Rosie." And you try to fire off that flamethrower, but all it does is it spits the fuel everywhere. Your igniter has broken whenever that raider ran into you earlier, and you just spray this room down with fuel. Back to our super mutant.
So I'm gonna try and run and just tackle both of them and squeeze them as we fall to the ground.
Okay. All right. Give me a strength and agility check. You've taken off the backpack, so you are no longer encumbered.
Well, and my arm still hurt.
Give me disadvantage on your strength by 2.
Nat 1. Come on, Nat 1.
That's 1 success. So as you run towards these guys, everybody is now covered in fuel. You are injured, right? You're running towards these guys. You lose your footing and you slide into one of them instead of grabbing them, and you shoulder them with your injured shoulder into the wall. That's the best you can pull off here. Over to our Brotherhood initiate.
So this guy is literally just like face to face, knife currently in gut, right?
Yes, but our giant super mutant has knocked his friend into the wall.
I would like to grab out of my pocket my switchblade. Cool factor. I just want to be gut jabbing this guy and be like, "You put it in my gut, I'm gonna put it in your butt. Get ready to meet Beanie Boy."
All right, so you are immediately you are very close to this guy. However,
Put it in your butt. I'm not putting it.
you are very close to this guy. However, you are covered in fuel at this point, and you are already injured. So I need you to give me your character sheet, please. Give me an agility plus melee. Give me an agility plus melee, please. That's bad. You failed. Okay.
Hope point.
The hope point. Let's see it.
It was not
7. Okay, not worth it. Okay, so as you pull out your knife, your hands are slippery. You fucking drop it. Now, Casius is awake, and he gets off the ground, and he has taken stock of what is going on. He sees our super mutant manhandling this guy in the back corner of the room. We see our good friend, our Brotherhood initiate beat off, currently getting knifed by one of the raiders, and he is unarmed. And we see in the corner our Wreck-It Handy, our Mrs. Handy, holding off this child. And you are also unarmed here. The best you got is to roll yourself into these people because you've turned off your jet propulsion. There is fuel everywhere from a failed roll. And so Casius looks at everything and he screams, "Get out!" And he wants all of you to leave. He's going to rush the gentleman that is knifing you. And he still has knife in hand. I'm going to roll for agility plus melee on Casius. And that's a 4. That is 2 successes. As Casius runs up with the knife, very close range, behind the raider that is currently steel in your gut, he is going to slit his throat with a critical success. And nothing but blood there. As that guy is dying, he is holding on to Casius. Casius is going to grab you, push you towards the door, and scream at our super mutant and say, "Drop him!" I'm going to have you guys unass that room. Okay?
I'm about it. I think I know what's about to happen here.
Yeah. You unass in the room? Okay, and you're taking the kid with you?
Yep.
You're rolling out of there. You're out of there. You guys are out of there. You're picking up the supplies as you run out of this room. And as Casius is sitting there trying to get this bloody mess off of him and holding on to the other raider, he's going to pull out his Molotov cocktail and he's going to throw it at the ground as the door shuts behind you. And he is going to sacrifice himself so that the party can get away with our kiddo. So we're going to fade into the next scene, the closing scene of our heroes who are now exiting their initial entrance into the tunneling system under Memphis, Tennessee, that Ranger Casius showed you how to get through. And as you climb out with these boxes of toys and teddy bears, you get Rosie out and you hear her say, "My dad always told me never to go to the farm." She takes you back to her vault, and her vault is full of these sick children. And she was the strongest of all of them. And she went to go get supplies for all of them. And there is no cure for this. And she knew there was no cure. But she knew that she could get toys for her friends and medicine to help them. You guys did it.
I enjoyed that very
The
much.
chat's been doing it for the last like 30 hours.
Yeah.
Let's eat some food, guys. That was incredible.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for allowing me to D&D for my first time. That was really cool.
Rocked it. Rocked it.
Awesome.
That
That was incredible.